Sherrod Brown wants President-elect Donald Trump to work overtime to keep more American workers eligible for overtime pay.
A federal court recently blocked an Obama administration rule which would have increased overtime eligibility for millions of workers nationwide. Well, today, Senator Brown came to Cincinnati to praise a local company for putting the new overtime policy in place, even though they didn't have to do it.
Kroger's voluntary decision means 4,500 workers in the nation's largest grocery chain will be eligible for more overtime pay or perhaps a salary increase. Workers like Stephanie Anderson.
I had admiration for them. Like they're sticking to their word and they're standing behind their associates, and that means a lot to me.
The proposed government rule would have taken effect December 1st and would have let workers earning less than $47,500 a year get overtime. That's about double what the ceiling was before. But a federal judge in Texas blocked the measure. Kroger decided to implement it anyway at a cost of $11 million a year.
The answer to that complicated question of what do we do next was quite easy for the Kroger company.
While Kroger is voluntarily implementing the new overtime policy, the question is, will the Trump administration fight to get the court ruling against that policy overturned, particularly when you consider this? Donald Trump's choice for the Secretary of Labor is the head of a fast food company. Now, fast food chains are not known for paying huge wages, and this particular cabinet choice has also come out against increasing the minimum wage. Senator Brown told reporters he sent a note to President-elect Trump right after the election, saying he'd like to work with Trump on renegotiating the NAFTA trade deal and several other issues, and received a handwritten reply. Brown said he just wrote back to the president-elect about overtime.
The minimum wage hasn't been raised. It's about a third less buying power than it had 30 years ago. It hasn't been raised in a decade. I know his labor secretary is hostile to the minimum wage and to the overtime rule, but I'm hopeful the new president will override that.
We'll find out sometime after January 20th. Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
And Senator Brown says the proposed overtime rule would impact 130,000 workers in Ohio.
Face-to-face